defense from the Trojans, and Watkins goes down hard, and she's grabbing her right knee, quickly grimacing in pain.
That is unbelievable. 1 second, JuJu Watkins was sprinting toward the basket. The next, she collapsed, clutching her right knee in agony. The arena fell silent. Fans held their breath. It wasn't just a fall, it was the fall that changed everything. A player known for strength, fearlessness, and dominance, now being carried off the court, her face frozen in pain. And just like that, women's basketball lost its rising superstar, at least for a couple of months.
Just an awful sight in the NCAA tournament as JuJu Watkins went down, clutching at her knee, and had to be carried off the court during USC's game against Mississippi State with a concerning apparent knee injury.
It was supposed to be a statement game. Instead, it became a nightmare. JuJu Watkins, one of the most electric players in college basketball, tore her ACL in the first quarter against Mississippi State. A career-defining season instantly came to a halt. She wasn't just a scorer. She was a symbol of LA, of USC pride, and the WNBA's future. Now, she's facing surgery, 9-12 months of rehab, and a long road back if she ever returns the same.
As you guys know by now, I'm sure JuJu Watkins has got a torn ACL. She's going to be out a good long while. Obviously, she's out of the tournament. That's a wrap. I don't know at what point next season she'll be able to come back. Usually that's about a 9 to 12 month kind of injury.
The moment JuJu went down, the air was sucked out of the arena. Even Mississippi State fans looked stunned. USC's bench was frozen, and those in the stands, many were in tears. For 10 straight minutes, the crowd was dead silent. No chants, no noise, just shock. USC fans had shown up to witness history. Instead, they watched their star get helped off the court, possibly for the last time this season. And in that silence, a wave of grief hit the women's basketball community like a tidal wave.
Really sad. And you hate seeing anybody get injured. I was actually walking into the arena when it happened, so I didn't see it. But sucked the life out of the arena for, I would say, 10 minutes.
Immediately after the fall, questions started flying. Was it non-contact? Was there a collision? And then came the accusations. Clips revealed clear contact from a Mississippi State player just before JuJu's knee buckled. Some fans were outraged, calling it karma, even blaming USC for overusing her after she'd rolled her ankle just days before. Others claimed it was just basketball, but in the comment sections, chaos broke loose.
So there's a lot of reaction to this, but very quickly, let's just see the play. It looked like it was non-contact right here. Yeah, I mean, no, there was some contact there. There was. Right there. I'm not calling that non-contact. JuJu Watkins hurt her left ankle on Saturday, badly rolled it. I almost made a video on that because she rolled it and then she came back in the game. She was put back in the game. And a lot of people were throwing their hands up then going, what is going on?
And then Caitlin Clark broke her silence. On a platform she rarely uses, she posted just one sentence, sending all my thoughts and prayers to JuJu. Kid will come back stronger than ever. 1.2 million views in hours. The entire internet stopped. The biggest name in women's basketball supporting the future. But instead of healing, it sparked war. Because what came next? No one could have predicted.
So, Caitlin Clark put this out, sending all my thoughts and prayers to JuJu. Kid will come back stronger than ever with a big red heart. Those are great words. 1.2 million people have seen this already. I mean, you can see these are Caitlin Clark fans I know all down through here. All right? It's all a bunch of well wishes. But people cannot have it. They cannot have peace. They cannot let Caitlin Clark have peace.
Clark's post was meant to uplift, but one word, kid, flipped the internet upside down. Some called it sweet. Others called it disrespectful. Critics claimed calling JuJu a kid was condescending, belittling, and even racial. She's not your kid, one tweet exploded. Another read, you're 23. Not a 20-year vet? Check yourself. The backlash came fast and loud. A tweet meant to unite had now divided the entire women's basketball world. And the outrage didn't stop there.
The Slows are upset. that Caitlin Clark called JuJu a kid. Yeah, hey, bring back asylums. Make asylums great again. I saw this. I couldn't believe this was a thing. Kid? Question marks? Saying that on the net is so crazy. What are you talking about? Saying that this is a thing, that is crazy. There's my comment right. Dear God, you've got to be kidding. Wow. I can't believe it. Let's move on. Well, as a person of color, immediately scoop my eyeballs out with a spoon. Yeah, is everything about race and color?
What followed was a meltdown of epic proportions. Post called Caitlyn unlikable, accused her of coded language, and even dragged race and sexuality into the mix. "You not calling her a kid, damn," read one furious tweet. Another raged, "At least she said something. If she'd stayed silent, y'all would have said she didn't care." It became clear Clark couldn't win, not with this crowd. Every word, every breath twisted into a controversy.
This is completely ridiculous. I don't get why we have to deal with this. So Caitlin Clark stated, "Sending all my thoughts and prayers to JuJu. Kid will come back stronger than ever." That's all she said, guys. That is all she said. I'm here to tell you, those comments has sparked a debate online, a stupid debate, over Caitlin Clark referring to JuJu Watkins as a kid.
Even JuJu's own fan base couldn't agree. Some demanded respect for their star. Others asked people to stop making it about race. A few even suggested something darker. Was JuJu's injury karma for being overhyped? Rumors swirled, theories exploded, and suddenly, the original tragedy, JuJu's torn ACL, was being overshadowed by a war between fan bases.
A lot of people kind of coming down on USC about this. Crybaby ass USC, that's why it's an ACL. Karma's a bitch. Yikes. What? Wow. All right. USC fans booing all game is crazy. I'm devastated for JuJu. Top 3 player in America, but blaming Mississippi State is weird. Hope she fully recovers. Yeah, I don't think you can say that's what tore the ACL, but there are people saying that's non-contact. That's not a fact. There is absolutely contact there, no doubt about it.
JuJu's injury didn't come out of nowhere. Just days before, she badly rolled her left ankle and was put back in the game. Analysts now say USC pushed her too far, chasing stats, chasing hype. Now the same adults who praised her for playing hurt are being accused of malpractice. Was JuJu sacrificed for headlines?
There were some things talked about involving stat padding. It was that was a bit of a story. She was put back in the game to start the fourth quarter after that. She apparently went through a full workout yesterday. It was announced on the broadcast. Why? Shouldn't she have been resting her left ankle? Should she have been on the court tonight? They can win this game without her. Could this right knee be an injury that just hit because of the overcompensation on the left ankle? That's interesting.
Before the injury, JuJu Watkins was unstoppable. 6th all-time scorer at USC, fastest Trojan to 1,000 points. She was on pace to challenge Caitlin Clark's all-time record, and many believe she could surpass it. Now, she'll likely miss most of next season. That scoring record out of reach.
JuJu, a Los Angeles native, is widely considered one of the best players in the country, if not the best, and was just 54 points shy of breaking Kelsey Mitchell's all-time record for most points among Division I women over her first 2 seasons. She had already outscored Caitlin Clark through 2 seasons, who holds the record for a D1 career on the women's side, as we know.
Behind the scenes, it was raw emotion. JuJu didn't cry on the court, but in the locker room, teammates said she was devastated. Coaches looked stunned. One USC player had to be pulled away during the post-game handshake line, emotions boiling over. And it wasn't just USC. The entire women's basketball world paused, because this was more than a loss. This was heartbreak.
Words are exchanged between USC and Mississippi State during the handshake line following USC's win, which saw JuJu Watkins injured. Let's check this out. So there we go. They had a player they had to grab and pull out of there.
Soon after, something powerful started trending. Ring for JuJu. USC players vowed to win it all. Not for glory, but for her. Social media erupted with the hashtag. Fans, teammates, even celebrities began posting it. The team turned heartbreak into mission. Every game is now played in her name. Because this isn't just about basketball anymore, it's about JuJu.
Her team now has got this campaign that they're trying to bring a ring for JuJu, and hopefully they can get that job done. It has been kind of an eerie day today.
To the public, JuJu was a phenom, but to those close to her, she was unstoppable. Her inner circle remembers her fighting through ankle injuries, dropping 30 with one leg, carrying teams on her back. They didn't just see her play, they saw her bleed. And they believe this setback, it won't define her, it will build her. Because JuJu's greatness was never just about points, it was about heart.
Literally just watched her growth, her dominance, how people feared her work ethic. I remember we were in Boston, was it the Hoops? What's that tournament?
Hoops Hall or something?
Hoops Hall. We're playing against was it top 2 ranked team in the country, and she twisted her ankle first quarter, came back after half, twisted the other ankle, and came back and then watched her walk through defense and end up winning by 15 points.
Rehab, isolation, doubt, that's what comes next. Athletes talk about the injury, but they rarely talk about what happens after the mental collapse. The spotlight fades, messages stop, and the fear creeps in. Will I ever be the same again? Those who've been there, like Kia Nurse and Bria Hartley, say it takes 2 full years to feel normal again. JuJu isn't just facing surgery, she's about to face her own mind.
Yeah, we talked about this when Kyrie had his ACL injury and when we've seen other injuries in the past, but initially you get all that support, everybody's hitting you up, checking on you, making sure you're okay, but as the days and weeks and months go on, it starts to, you go to a real dark place just during that recovery process and trying to figure it out and staying up with the rehab and everything you need to do to get back on the court. So wishing her the best in that recovery.
JuJu's career isn't over, but it's paused. Doctors say her recovery could stretch deep into next season, putting her WNBA debut, her NCAA scoring legacy, and even her Olympic dreams at risk. Fans are already debating, will she stay 4 years? Will she chase Clark's record? Or leave early and risk fading away? The road back isn't just physical, it's a test of strategy and identity.
So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, obviously that's so far ahead, you don't even wanna bring that up. Like, what are you gonna do when you get back? Like, are you gonna stay all 4? Or are you gonna do your 3 years and leave when you're eligible? But like, that's now a decision that's gonna come up for her in the future. But
JuJu's injury hit the basketball world hard, but perhaps no one understood it more than Caitlin Clark. Clark herself had battled injuries, pressure, and media storms, yet still rose. Her message to JuJu wasn't fake sympathy. It was real recognition from one warrior to another. They weren't rivals, they were generational talents on different paths, forever connected now by a moment neither asked for.
Now, Caitlin hadn't made a post in like 5 days. She said, sending all my thoughts and prayers to JuJu. Kid will come back stronger than ever. As y'all can see, got over 1 million views already on her account. And Caitlin Clark definitely sent out major love to JuJu Watkins. Has over 200 comments.
Clark's tweet should have been the end of it, but instead, it reopened old wounds. She's praised for breathing, while others get dragged for existing. One post claimed, others fired back. If she said nothing, you'd accuse her of not caring. If she says something, she's being fake. The truth, Caitlin Clark has become the lightning rod for every debate in women's basketball. And now, even empathy has become controversial.
Had Caitlin Clark not said a word, the narrative would have been, oh my God, she doesn't care about anyone but herself. How could she not say anything about JuJu? She can't win with these people. It's all good. She'll just keep beating Angel Reese in the W to continue pissing y'all off. And you want to know what's crazy, man, is that this is kind of like a nothing argument. And that's why, I was kind of mad that this story grew leg.
JuJu Watkins is more than her stats, more than the hype, and more than the debate she never joined. She's the face of a new generation, fearless and explosive. She carried USC, she inspired girls nationwide, and even in injury, she gave the game a moment it'll never forget. Every torn ACL has a story, but JuJu's, hers is about rising. And one day soon, she'll walk back onto the court, and the roar will be deafening.
Well, again, JuJu, wish you a speedy recovery. Look forward to seeing you back on the court in the near future.
To JuJu Watkins, this isn't the end. This is the moment every great athlete has to survive before they become legend. She's already proven her talent, now it's time to prove her spirit. And when she returns, not if, but when. The world will remember this moment not as her fall, but as the start of her greatest rise.